Y'all, today we're going to be talking about Glamzilla, which, damn, I feel like it has been a hot minute since we've talked about her. It's actually been so long that I don't think that I've ever talked about this situation on video before. Back in the day, well, I say back in the day, but this was like a year ago, maybe even 2 years ago. I don't really recall. I was like, whatever videos that I make, I should just upload them to TikTok just to see how they do. However, I know long form videos just don't do good on TikTok, but I was like, let me give it a shot, right? I made a video talking about Glamzilla, and it's so funny that she commented on there, and I'm like, y'all, I don't want to like read into it too much because I'm just kind of like, you can't really tell a tone through text. But to me, at first, my initial reaction, okay, I'm just keeping it real with you guys, initial reaction, which I don't know is necessarily right because I can't read her tone and I don't know her. She commented on the video and she was like, hey, I remember meeting you at a trade show years ago. Do you remember? Was it Ipsy, BeautyCon, or IMATS? LOL. I took it as condescending as first because at first I was like, oh, maybe, and this is just me, maybe I'm overthinking. Y'all, I'm a Pisces, okay, so maybe I am overthinking. I at first was like, oh, maybe she thought, because back in the day, the last time that I had been to, well, I've never been to Ipsy, but I have been to IMATS before, which I've never been to. It had to have been IMATS. Back in that time, I was actually like really like popular on social media. Like this is when I was like blowing up for doing my makeup inspired by snacks, right? So first of all, I don't recall meeting her, but I took it as in like, she's like, oh, remember I met you there? And it's like, oh, okay, cool. I'm assuming that like, I hate to say this because I feel like this sounds just so like cocky or whatever, but a lot of people were asking to take pictures during that time because I was blowing up on social media. So I almost took it as in like, she's like, oh bitch, like I, met you there and it's so funny that like you were popular then and then now here you are talking about me. That's the way I took it. And look, I could totally 100% be reading into that. I could be thinking about it too much. That's the way that I took it. But I have seen Glamzilla like talk before and I'm like, low key, she kind of seems like she can give off a little, condescending vibes sometimes. Also, I have to say this too, okay? And I've totally been wrong about people before. I used to work with this girl before at Mac to where all of us at the counter were like, this girl is so fake. Like, oh my gosh, she was just so over the top, so bubbly, so nice all the time, which we're like, girl, like this can't be real. Like she has to be fake. I'm being so for real. I didn't like this girl for like the first year that I worked with her. And then out of nowhere, like we went out, I don't know, after work. And I was like, oh, this is just who she is. Like, I literally thought for the longest time that she was just being fake. You know what I mean? Like, I don't know if you guys have ever met somebody who's just like, oh my God, yeah, blah, blah, just like so happy and so giddy every single day, which you guys, I already know, are gonna be like, damn, you're a negative bitch. But like, no, let's keep it real. We all have ups and downs, and we're all like, sometimes are just like, hey, like, how's it going? As to where she was just every day, like, hey, what's up? Hi. Oh my gosh. Oh my God. Like, just so over the top to where I was like, this bitch is fake. Like, she's fake. You know what I'm saying? But then come to find out, like, no, that was really her. And actually, I'm still friends with her. You know what I mean? So I'm just kind of like, I don't know. I get that read of Glamzilla that I'm like, she comes across to me as fake only because she just seems overly nice. Does that make any sense to you? And look, I don't necessarily know if it's fake because I think about in my head my old coworker that I worked with at Mac, and I'm like, damn, I thought for so long that she was fake, but then come to find out as soon as I actually got to know her outside of work, that is just her personality, and she chooses to just be over the top and like giddy and just super bubbly, which I gotta keep it real, okay? And y'all know, working at Mac or working in the beauty industry, people ain't really like that. You know what I'm saying? So to me, it was a rarity to meet somebody that was just so damn bubbly. And like, I swear, like every day she just had like a spring in her step and she was just so happy all the time. And I'm like, how is every day on this earth just so happy? Do you know what I'm saying? Like, and look, I know y'all bitches gonna be like, oh, you're negative as fuck, blah, blah, blah. But I'm like, no, like, I'm real. Like, I feel like everybody, yes, we can appreciate somebody who's like more positive, of course. But I'm like, every day is not a good day. I wish it was, but it's not. You know what I mean? We have our ups and downs. Anyways, the reason for me saying that is because I feel like when it comes down to Glamzilla, I can't get a read on her if like I'm just kind of like, she gives me fake vibes if I'm keeping it real, but then I'm like, hey, maybe it's because she really is, that positive person. Do you know what I mean? Because to me, she really reminds me of my old coworker to where I'm like, you just seem happy all the time. She seems to love every product all the time. She seems to be fake, okay? But I could totally be wrong, and that could just be her genuine personality, And I think that's why when it came down to that comment of her, commenting to me, I was like, this almost feels like you're trying to be condescending. Do you know what I mean? Which is kind of like, oh, girl. But hey, I leave room for I could totally misread it because at the end of the day, that's why I always say, like, texts suck, you know? It's like, of course, yes, it's become our new, you know, primary way of communication, but it really sucks because you can't see somebody's personality, you can't see their tone, you can't see their, you know, mannerisms behind it. You don't know if because y'all, let's keep it real, like through a text, you could say bitch, like as in like a term of endearment, or you could say like you fucking bitch, as in a rude way, or you could be like bitch, like, and like there's so many different ways. Do you know what I mean? Anyways, y'all, today we're going to be talking about Glamzilla because she is getting called out. Well, actually, for two different reasons. First, I do want to talk about she's getting called out because she unfollowed this beauty influencer and apparently like blocked her. I gotta keep it real with you guys, okay? I think that it is so damn crazy that I'm just kind of like, okay, first of all, people can do whatever the fuck they want to do. If they want to block you, they can block you, even if they were mutuals before. Like, it's just the name of the game. People just do that sometimes, you know? This girl made a video about her, like calling her out, saying like, what did I do wrong? She's speculating that it's because she gave I want to say it was like a Huda Beauty product. I think it was a Huda Beauty product. She gave it a negative review, but then apparently Glamzilla was either sponsored by Huda Beauty or really loved the product. I forget which it is. And she's like calling her out for unfollowing her. And I'm like, okay, girl, like at the end of the day, like your expectations are just a little bit too high. I am so sorry. In my personal opinion, Glamzilla can do whatever the fuck she wants to do. If she wants to block her, she can block her. If she wants to unfollow her, she can unfollow her. Like at the end of the day, it is what it is. Do you know what I mean? And I know that that may seem a little bit harsh, but at the end of the day, people on social media do not owe anybody anything, you know? So it's just kind of like having a parasocial relationship like that is low-key a little bit dangerous because this girl seems really taken aback by this whole situation, and it's just kind of like, okay, girl, like Glamzilla can do whatever the fuck she wants to do. That's just my opinion. So let me start this off by actually playing her clip. Go ahead and check it out.
Glamzilla blocked me. I am shocked. We were mutuals, we're friends on socials, we would talk. She took me on a $1,000 shopping spree, which to this day I'm still so grateful for. I found out she blocked me, and I think I know why. I recently posted a Huda Beauty review, a video reviewing the new Huda Beauty spray, and I love Huda Beauty. I have her palette, I have her powders, I love her products, I always talk about them, but the product didn't work for me. The setting spray ruined my makeup. It just did not work for me personally, and I did a review and I was being honest. Glamzilla works very closely with Huda Beauty. They have a very big sponsorship together. It's very clear from all the content she's making, and that's amazing. Like, but I was just being honest. Like, I have my own opinion. If I don't like a product, I like so many products. If a product doesn't work for me, I'm gonna be honest about it. And the fact that she blocked me, I'm assuming for that reason, because what other reason is there? Like, what? Can't people just be honest anymore? Like, what, do I have to, like, lie and talk about this amazing product just to keep my favorite influencer to follow me and stay relevant? Like, I'm gonna be honest if I don't like something. Isn't that what it's all about? A product review is just being honest. If it doesn't work for you, if it works for you, everybody's different. I love Huda Beauty. I love so many products of Huda Beauty, and I love Glamzilla. She's one of my favorite content creators. We were friends. Like, I had the chance to meet her, to speak with her, and like, I actually can't believe that she blocked me. I'm like, just because I was honest? Like, I get it, she doesn't want to look bad, like, being associated with someone who made a bad review about Huda Beauty. She removed our video together on her account. She blocked me on all socials. I get it, she doesn't want to be associated with me. But it's like, is being honest that bad that you had to remove me from everywhere so, like, you can't be associated? I'm heartbroken. Like, she's my favorite content creator. I love her. I look up to her.
As you guys see from right there, that girl was like, you know, taken aback by this whole situation. And yeah, I think that it does suck, especially because she's like, what did I do wrong? But I just feel like at the end of the day, like, people can do what they want. Do you know what I mean? And I do think that, like, speculating about it, which I know is human nature, I would be speculating too. Clearly, look at me over here speculating that Glamzilla commented to me in a condescending way when I don't know. You know what I mean? I feel like we all naturally do it. However, at the end of the day, she doesn't owe her anything. Do you know what I mean? And to be straight up with you guys, like, Glamzilla could have just been a straight up bitch to me. I'd be like, okay, you know what I mean? Obviously, yes, I make videos, you know, commenting about other people, but I've never been fucking rude. I've never, like, called anybody out of their name. I've never bashed somebody. Do you know what I mean? But she could have done that to me if she wanted to, and I'd be like, okay, cool. Like, to each their own. What the fuck ever. I don't really care. Do you know what I mean? So I feel like at the end of the day, if she did decide to block this girl, she can do what she wants. Do you know what I mean? I don't know. I was like, whoa, this girl's like blowing it up. And I'm just kind of like, okay. I've unfollowed people before that I'm mutuals with because I'm just like, you know what? I don't like your content anymore. Like, when people change their content, like on Instagram or whatever, I'm like, bitch, I followed you for recipes. And now you're over here, you know, showing thong pictures at the beach. Like, I don't care to see that shit. I followed to see your cooking. Do you know what I mean? So then, yes, I will unfollow, even if it's somebody that's mutual. Because I'm like, I followed you for, I literally followed you for the recipes. Okay, not for thong pictures. Okay, I'm gay. I don't want to see that shit. So anyways, I'm sorry, in my opinion here, Glamzilla can do whatever the fuck she wants to do. Now, I do want to talk about this because this obviously is stirring the pot on TikTok and has a lot of people commenting, and I will be reading some of the comments because I'm like, ooh, I am so curious to know your guys' opinions on this because people are calling her out for not actually reviewing her besties. Well, I don't know if they're like besties, but they seem like they would be besties. I don't know. Her friends, let's just say that. Her friend's beauty line, aka Mikayla Nogueira with Point of View Beauty, she says that she wants to give her a moment, give her like, some time to try out the product so that way she can give a full in-depth review of it because it is skincare. And I do have to say this. I feel like, because I do actually want to get my hands on the product and I do want to, do a review of it. And I even had mentioned in a previous video before that I want to try it out. However, I would try it out in the aspect of it just being skin prep. Like, because now all of a sudden, since she wants to label this as working with your whole entire makeup routine and it, like, say for example, sets a prime canvas for makeup, then I want to check it out in that aspect. Yes, obviously for the skincare actives, that's going to take weeks, months to obviously see results. So that would be a forever long, review. So I get that. But at the end of the day, if it's being labeled as skin prep, like James Charles, I don't know if you guys saw his review about Point of View Beauty or Point of View, whatever the hell it's called, then obviously he did it as a skin prep review stating that, oh, okay, for the skincare actives, like it's going to take months to see results within this. So he's viewing it as just a skin prep, line. Even though I'm like, oh my God, y'all. Like what happened to the days to where your skincare was your skin prep? Like I just can't believe like now she's trying to create this whole new category to seem different, which I don't even think it was her initial idea. I think people just ran with it. That's just my whole little perspective. Anyway, somebody commented to Glamzilla and said, still waiting for you to review POV. And this is what she had to say.
I'm not going to be reviewing Point of View by Mikayla anytime soon. And I know that might be a shock to a bunch of you because, I love her and she's my friend. But to be a good friend, I actually need to immerse myself in her formulas, really understand them, and finish a bottle or two before I form an opinion and then let her know and give her a review. And to be a good content creator, that's exactly what I need to do. And, well, I will say I've been using the lip treatment and it is fire. But otherwise, you're not going to see me unbox it and try it in one video and be like, oh my God, I never use it again. No, I'm going to give my girl her time. She worked really hard on this launch and I want to appreciate it for what it is. And I want to be able to tell you guys the truth, regardless if she's my friend or not. And that's just how it is. And don't worry, I'll keep you posted. I'm really going to dive in and I'll let you know as I finish formulas and I form opinions. But in this scenario, it's being a good friend means being a great content creator and forming a real review. So I love you, Mikayla. So proud of you, but I've told you a million times already.
So there you saw her reasonings why, and let me tell you, her comments are flooded, okay? This is what people are saying. But you don't do this with others. Oh, Glamzilla, honey, now you look untrustworthy. In psychology, if you notably look to the upper left when making a statement, it means you're telling a lie. I understand you, but seeing as this is skin prep and you supposed to see the effect as soon as you put on your makeup, I don't see the purpose on waiting. And I have to say that too. That's where I hop on this too, where I'm like, wait, like literally Mikayla's over here saying like, no, it's skin prep, and y'all know I did a whole full video on that, which fuck, don't get me started on that. I get triggered by that. I'm so sorry. I literally get fucking triggered by that. Y'all be playing with me too, even on the Patreon chat. I'm just like, oh, y'all bitches trying to push my buttons, because I'm like, oh, it triggers me because I'm just like, oh my gosh, it's skincare. But yeah, since Mikayla is labeling this as skin prep, then it's kind of like, okay, then Glamzilla can like do, her, skin prep with it. I have a little speculation over here, okay? I think before, because Glamzilla has opened up before that she does have psoriasis, I'm almost wondering if like something within these products actually irritated her skin and she doesn't want to put it on camera, because then maybe we'll see some type of like, redness or something like that happens that wasn't there before. That's my little speculation, because I'm like, girl, like if Mikayla's over here saying like skin prep, then okay, you don't need to give it time. Like she's done skincare, reviews before. So that's where I'm just kind of like, oh, you do look a little fake here. I am so sorry. The comments go on and on and on. Like somebody else right here, do you do that with all other products? This does not sound sincere. It seems calculated. So this isn't a standard for your reviews. Why in depth for her? Like y'all, like I said, the comments go on and on and on, and I'm so sorry, but I do agree with them. I really do feel like, okay, you do come across a little bit fake. Okay, we're just keeping it real here. That like, wait, you don't take months to try out these other products. You'll do reviews of those like willy-nilly. But then when it comes down to Mikayla, you're like, I want to give her her moment. I want to take some time, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I don't know about that. It just seems something seems a little bit off. Okay, that's my little 2 cents. I'm not being a Glamzilla hater because I can't put my finger on if I like her or I don't. Okay, I'm keeping it real with you guys. I'm like, sometimes I'm like, oh, she seems cool, and I'm like, oh my gosh, she seems really, really nice, and then sometimes I'm like, she seems fake as fuck. So I'm just like, I can't really tell. That's just my little 2 cents. Make sure you guys let me know your thoughts and opinions about everything. I will catch you guys in the next video. Peace out, Girl Scout.